Welcome. In today's video, we'll explore the 4 most common reasons rapid e-learning projects get delayed and discover practical strategies to prevent bottlenecks, improve workflows, and keep training delivery on schedule. Rapid e-learning is supposed to accelerate training delivery. So why do so many enterprise e-learning projects still miss their deadlines? You've got the content, the authoring tools, the stakeholders, the timeline. Yet somewhere along the way, progress stalls. Reviews drag on, SMEs become unavailable. New requests keep appearing. Translation adds unexpected complexity. Before you know it, a project that was meant to take weeks is taking months. The problem isn't usually course development itself. More often, it's the workflow, approvals, and dependencies surrounding it. It's the bottlenecks surrounding it. And the larger the organization, the bigger the impact. Delayed training can affect compliance initiatives, product launches, employee onboarding, and business readiness. In this video, we'll uncover the 4 biggest reasons enterprise rapid e-learning projects slip, review bottlenecks, SME delays, scope creep, and translation dependencies, and explore practical ways to keep your training timelines on track. Let's start with the biggest culprit. Enterprise learning projects rarely have just one reviewer. A course might need approval from business stakeholders, SMEs, compliance teams, legal reviewers, regional teams, and managers. And while each review is important, the process often creates an unexpected bottleneck. Here's a familiar scenario. Development is complete. The course is sent for review. One stakeholder responds within a day. Another takes a week. A third joins the discussion after changes have already been made. Soon, the project enters a cycle of conflicting feedback, multiple revisions, and extended approval rounds. What should have been a quick checkpoint becomes a major source of delay. The challenge isn't the review itself. It's the lack of a structured review process with clearly defined timelines, responsibilities, and approval checkpoints. The most successful L&D teams define review expectations before development even begins. They identify who needs to review, what they're reviewing, when feedback is due. Instead of collecting feedback one group at a time, they consolidate reviews wherever possible. Many teams also use online review platforms to centralize comments, track revisions, and maintain visibility into review status across stakeholders. The result is fewer review cycles, less rework, and faster approvals. Because when reviews move faster, projects move faster. Now let's talk about another challenge that's all too common in enterprise learning projects. Subject matter experts, or as many L&D teams jokingly call them, the people we're always waiting for. SMEs are critical because they provide the expertise that ensures training is accurate and relevant, but they also have full-time responsibilities outside the learning project. They're leading teams, managing operations, supporting customers, launching products, and training reviews often compete with those priorities. The result: content questions remain unanswered, approvals get delayed, development pauses while the team waits for critical input, and sometimes an entire project timeline depends on the availability of a single expert. High-performing L&D teams don't rely on continuous SME involvement throughout the project. Instead, they focus on capturing knowledge early. This often means conducting structured kickoff workshops, content discovery sessions, and early validation meetings. The goal is to gather the information needed before development gains momentum. It's also helpful to identify alternate reviewers whenever possible. That way, the project doesn't stop when one SME becomes unavailable. The less dependent your project is on last-minute SME input, the more predictable your timeline becomes. This next challenge is especially dangerous because it rarely appears as a major problem. Instead, it arrives disguised as a simple request. Can we add one more scenario? What if we include another audience? Can we create a customized version for a different region? Each request sounds reasonable, and in many cases, it is. The problem is that small requests add up. One additional feature becomes 3. One extra audience becomes multiple versions. A straightforward project gradually becomes more complex than originally planned, and every addition impacts development, reviews, testing, and approvals. Before long, the timeline begins to slip, and rapid e-learning projects start behaving like large custom development initiatives. The best defense against scope creep is clarity. Before development begins, establish clear project objectives, deliverables, timelines, and stakeholder expectations. Then, when new requests arise, evaluate them carefully. Ask, does this support the project's primary objective? What impact will it have on the timeline? Is it necessary now, or can it be addressed later? The goal isn't to reject new ideas, it's to make informed decisions. Because rapid e-learning works best when teams stay focused on delivering the outcomes that matter most. For many enterprise organizations, training doesn't stop with one language. Courses often need to be translated and localized for learners across regions and countries. And that's where another major delay can emerge. Many organizations treat translation as the final step in the process. The course is developed, the reviews are complete, the stakeholders approve it, then localization begins. But here's the problem. Content often continues to change. Additional updates are requested. Regional reviewers provide new feedback. And every change to the source course creates additional work across every translated version. The result is more revisions, more reviews, and more delays. The key is planning for localization from the start. Identify language requirements early. Align regional reviewers up front. Build translation timelines and review cycles into the project schedule. And most importantly, stabilize source content before translation begins. Organizations that consistently deliver global training successfully don't treat localization as an afterthought. They treat it as part of the overall project strategy. It's about creating a repeatable process that supports growth. What high-performing L&D teams do differently: review bottlenecks, SME delays, scope creep, translation dependencies. At first glance, these may seem like separate challenges, but they all point to the same issue: workflow management. The organizations that consistently deliver rapid e-learning on time don't simply focus on developing courses faster. They focus on removing the friction that slows projects down. They establish structured review processes. They engage SMEs strategically. They manage scope proactively. They plan for localization early. And they maintain visibility across the entire project lifecycle through clearly defined workflows, milestones, and stakeholder accountability. In other words, they don't wait for delays to happen. They build processes that prevent delays from happening in the first place. And that's where rapid e-learning delivers its greatest value, not just through faster development, but through faster, more predictable delivery. If your rapid e-learning projects keep slipping, the problem may not be the content, and it may not be the technology. More often, delays stem from review bottlenecks, SME availability, expanding scope, and translation challenges. The good news is that every one of these issues can be addressed with the right rapid e-learning workflows and project management practices. By creating structured review cycles, engaging SMEs early, controlling scope, and planning localization from the beginning, L&D teams can significantly reduce delays and keep projects moving forward. Because successful rapid e-learning isn't just about building courses quickly, it's about delivering training when the business needs it most. And that's what truly keeps enterprise learning initiatives on track. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.